Aiden on D. Aiden with a nice pass, getting it cleared out of the zone. Hyland Hills picks it up in the neutral zone. One quick no. Oh, Fergie has it. Fergie's coming in. He's got assistance from Brock. Brock with the pass deep into the corner. Hyland Hills picks it up, coming down. They make a dump deep into the zone. Back behind our net. Our goalie today is Braden Peterson. We are very lucky that he was able to assist us. Our two regular goalies are unfortunately unable to play today. We miss them, but hopefully they're having a good time where they are. All right, Milo with a nice clear D. Dean's on the line, chasing it down to the far corner. Coming back around, Hyland Hills has it. Parker's out on the ice with Riker, Grayson, and Hayden. Shot. Braden pushes it off to the side. Riker with a pass up to Grayson. Grayson trying to clear it out. Grayson clears it out. Dean chasing it down. And we have icing. Let me zoom in just a little bit more. Sorry, this netting makes it kind of terrible to live stream here, but we're doing our best. Riker with face off.
So now I don't think he has a concussion, but he doesn't feel it.
Riker with face off. One gets it over to Parker. Picked up by Hyland Hills. Some stick battles over to Parker. Parker's going down and he's got Grayson with him. Riker's on his side. Poke check by Hyland Hills. Eli's out. Hitting up against the boards. We've got Colton on D. Eli trying to make a pass over to Grayson. Gets intercepted. Ian Truax is out and Ian holds it. Does a backwards pass to Parker. Parker with a pass back to Ian. Hyland Hills picks it up. Dekes around. Colton with a nice poke check, and we have a penalty coming on the Rebels. And it's on Parker. I didn't see what the call was. All right, so we have J-Ray. All right, Hyland Hills up at the point, dumps it down. Colton with a nice poke check, able to get it out. Merrick is able to get the puck away from Hyland Hills, goes back into the corner. Back over to Merrick up against the boards, and the ref gets in the way. Clears it out. Oh, it was a shot on goal. Luckily the goalie wasn't sleeping over there for them. Bad for us. Hyland Hills clears it out, does a cross-ice pass. Cam chasing it, able to poke check. Guy tries to pin him and he sneaks out. Merrick's able to get it deep into Hyland Hills territory. Cleared out, comes towards us. Aiden out for Colton. All right, out comes Milo for Cam. And we're gonna keep out J-Ray. Nope. Fergie and Riker coming out for J-Ray and Merrick. Riker with a face-off. Nice neutral face-off. Riker still chasing it. Hyland Hills has it, holds on to it. Takes it into the corner. Riker coming in, chasing after it. Shot on Hyland Hills net. They pushed it off back behind the net. Riker's still battling. Fergie waiting in front. Puck goes over to the side. Hyland Hills clearing it out of the zone. Or trying to. Fergie was able to nab it out of the air. Aiden Helms keeps it in. Back up against the boards. Hyland Hills clears it out, gets it over to Milo. Milo holds on to it. Dumps it into the zone. Back out into neutral territory. Riker coming in. Riker's able to do a backwards pass. Hyland Hills dumps it into Rebels territory, picked up by Aiden behind the net. We have 30 seconds left on our penalty kill.
All the way down.
Back to neutral ice. Riker was able to disrupt that pass, gets it into Hyland Hills territory. Hyland Hills up against the boards. We've got a full line change coming out. We got Hayden on D. Out comes Brock. Out comes Dean. We got Florian Davis on D. Shot towards the net, cleared out by Aiden. Aiden tries to dump it out. Hyland Hills grabs it, trying to deke around. Back to Aiden, back to Dean. Dean holds on to it, coming in hot. Pass up to Brock. Brock gets it across the line. Oh, but it was an offside call. Dang it. It didn't look like it was offside. We're back to full strength. And out here we have Ian. Nice pinch up against the boards. Popped out, but grabbed by Parker. Parker sends it across the ice, gets it over to Hayden. Hayden keeps it out of the zone. Oh, comes out. Offside call. Phew. All right, coming out, we have Colton and Cam on D. We're going to keep out Ian, J-Ray, and Eli. J-Ray with face-off win, goes over. Picked up by Colton. Colton's got time and space. He brings it in, drops back. J-Ray chases after it. Back into the neutral territory. Ian gets it. Ian gets pinned up against, back over to J-Ray. J-Ray dumps it in, sends it to the goalie's right. Up against the boards. I'm sorry, I can't see exactly who it is. I think it's Ian. It is Ian. Puck comes back, gives to Cam. Cam holds on to it, passes it over to Colton. Colton holds on to it, chips it up the boards, trying to get it up over to Ian. Offside call. All right, we got Riker coming out with Grayson and Dean. Cam and Colton staying out on defense, and Riker with face-off. Right here in your living room, folks. Riker with face-off. Gets it pushed deep into, not deep, midway into Hyland Hills territory. Colton holds on to it right on the outside of the blue line, trying to chip it, gets it over to Riker. Riker backwards passes. Grayson's able to keep it in, back over to Dean. Dean's holding on to it. Dean going around. Shot! Shot! Grayson with a backwards shot. Hyland Hills picks it up, brings it in. Poke check by Riker, back over to Grayson. Grayson puts it into the territory. Grayson with the puck, trying to get it over in front of the net. Gets pushed off back behind. Merrick is out. We've got Milo and Aiden out on D. Aiden with the puck, holding on to it. Aiden with the pass over to Milo. Milo holds it. Gets passed up to Merrick. Gets intercepted. Fergie's out with Brock. Puck comes in. Icing waved off. Picked up by Milo back behind Braden's net. Aiden's there to assist him. Holds on to it. Chips it up over to Fergie. Merrick comes in. Trying to get away from Hyland Hills. Aiden with a nice pin. Shot on Braden. He knocks it out of the sky. Merrick holds on to it. He's coming in. He's got Fergie and Brock with him. Through the legs. Tripped up. Poke check by Milo. Picked up by Fergie. Fergie with a drop back to Aiden. Aiden holding on to it. He's got time, so he's going to come around. Milo's going to make a quick line change. Aiden coming in. Sends it in. Out comes Hayden for Milo. We've got Ian out. Parker, Brock, Eli. Picked up by Eli. Poke check by Hyland Hills. Pass over to Brock. Brock dumps it in. Ian chasing after it. Goes back behind. Comes to the near side corner. Up against the boards with Eli. Shot towards the net, goes over into the far corner, and that's J-Ray battling for it. Back over to Ian. Ian sends it back. J-Ray's over there, but they're just on top of it. Literally. Cleared out of the zone, picked up by Hayden and Parker. Hayden grabs a hold of it, takes it back. He's going to deke around. Push over to the side. Drop back to Eli. Poke check by Hyland Hills, able to clear out. And it looks like we are going on a power play. Pass up to Colton. Colton holding on to it, dekes around. Colton with it, with a shot. Oh, it gets deflected off to the side. Picked up again by Colton. Back over to Grayson. Popped up to Milo. Milo keeps it in, chips it up the boards, gets it over to Grayson. Grayson back to Colton. Colton with a shot. Deflected down. Over in the near corner, cleared out. Trying to. Colton keeps it in. Hyland Hills coming in. We got Dean with it. Pops out into neutral territory to Milo. Milo to Colton. Colton back to Milo. Milo's coming in. He's got it. He's coming in. Stick lift over. Trying to get it over to Riker. Gets intercepted. Shot by Grayson. Shot. Oh, goes right behind. It looked like it was in. Back to Milo. Milo with a shot. Gets pushed off to the side. Back over to Colton. Cleared out by Hyland Hills. Dean drops back to D. Dean picks it up back behind our net. Picked up again. We have 57 seconds left of our power play. Out comes Grayson. Not out comes. He was already there. Hyland Hills was it. We've got a huge line change. Icing. All right, who do we have out on the ice now? We have Merrick, Brock, Fergie, Cam, and Aiden. 43 seconds left of our power play. 5:14 left in the first period. Boys are amped. They want a goal. They want it so bad. They want this win. We all do. All right, Merrick with a face-off. Win drops back. Cam has it with a pass over to Fergie. Popped back out. Cam keeps it in. Gets it back over to Fergie. Merrick's there to help him out. Jumps it back in. Aiden's able to grab it. Send it out. We've got 26 seconds left. Aiden has a lot of space. Gets it into the zone. Cleared out again. Picked up by Cam. Cam dumps it in. Fergie chases after it. He's got Merrick coming with him and Brock coming to the other side to pick that up. Brock with a nice pinch up against the boards. Back to Hyland Hills. They're coming in. Hit falls down. Gets it back over. We're back to 5-on-5. Hyland Hills going back on a power play. All right, we have 4:07 left in the first period. Takes it back behind the net. Trips it up. Milo keeps it in. Milo with it. Milo with a shot. Off to the left of the goal. Or to the right, depending. Hyland Hills clears it out. We're going to have icing. We're going to do a redo. Riker again with face-off, gets it back over to Grayson. Grayson trying to pinch it over, gets it over to Dean. Dean holds on to it, drops it back to Colton. Gets popped out. Hyland Hills with a breakaway. Shot. Save! Petey! Woo! Awesome. Awesome save, Petey. All right, we're going to redo it to Petey's left. Riker with a face-off. Riker with a face-off win. Gets it cleared out of Rebels territory. Goes down. Dean is hot on her heels. They're trying to chip it up. Riker gets it. Riker with a pass over to Cam, who is in a forward position. Sorry. Colton dumps it in. Back over to Grayson in the corner. Hyland Hills has it. Coming in. Pressure from Dean trying to get it out. They come in. Shot. Saved by Petey again. Over into the corner. Pinched by Colton. Picked up by Riker. Riker coming in. He's got Dean with him. Riker has it. Shot that goes to the right side of the goal. Back over to Fergie. Hyland Hills clears it. And it goes into the scoring bench. All right, coming out, we've got Parker and Hayden, Brock, Merrick, and Fergie. We have 38 seconds left on our power play. Merrick with face-off. Drops it back. Parker with a shot! Save. Brock with the puck, making a shot onto the side. Still in front, picked up by Hyland Hills. They're driving in. They come around. Parker pushes off to the side. Shot. Saved by Petey, picked up by Brock. Sent around the boards. Fergie trying to clear it out. Fergie grabs it. He's able to clear it out. Trying to make a pass up to Merrick. Gets it to Merrick. Merrick has it. Merrick is going. He's got Brock with him. Shot! Oh, just to the side. Back to Parker. Parker's trying to keep it in.
Parker.
Shot. Petey pushes it off to the side again. Hayden in the corner. trying to drop it to J-Ray. Hyland Hills does a pass on pass. Parker's able to clear it out, gets it up to neutral ice. J-Ray. Aiden is going in the box for a slash. Okay, we're going on a penalty kill. We have a minute 30 left. All right, so we got Merrick coming in, picked up by Hyland Hills, back over, back to Colton. Colton keeps it in. Colton still has it. Oh, sorry, we're a little crooked. Back behind, J-Ray dropping back to the point. Colton's still battling, trying to get it to Merrick. Goes across, in comes Milo. Milo has it, gets it over to Merrick. Intercepted by Hyland Hills. Back to Milo. Milo sending it back, gets it to Merrick again. Merrick trying to get it over. Unfortunately, it popped out. Colton picks it up, gets it over to Milo again. And into the bench. 44 seconds left in the first, a minute 14 left in our penalty kill. Out comes Cam and Hayden, Riker and Grayson. Riker with a face-off. Hyland Hills with the win. They drop back to reset into their territory. They send it up. Hayden is able to get it out of our territory. Riker dumps it in. Cross-ice pass by Hyland Hills. Cam tries to step up, can't step up. Hayden is able to grab it, sends it over to Grayson. Poke check by Riker. Riker has it, comes in, dumps it, grabbed by the goalie. 18 seconds left in the first. All right. Dean and Fergie coming out to relieve Riker and Grayson. Dean with the face-off, Fergie over behind the net, picked up by Hyland Hills. They chip it up the boards, back over. They clear it out. Are we going to have icing? Yes. No, they waved it off. Sorry about that, and that's why they waved it off. All right, that was the first period. We will be starting a second period on a penalty kill. All right, starting in the second period, we have J-Ray, Merrick, with Colton and Cam. Hyland Hills brings it in, goes around Cam. He's able to stop the shot. Cam clears it out. We're gonna have icing. Face-off win by Hyland Hills. Dean makes a shot that goes off to the left side of the goal. J-Ray battling up. He's got Merrick with him. Trying to make a shot in front. Deflected. Cam chasing it in the corner. Cam clearing it out. Trying to. Their D point makes a goal. We're back to full strength. I can't change the screen. Now I can. All right, back behind the net. Trying to clear it out. We have a clear out. Waving off icing. Picked up by Hyland Hills. Eli coming in. Trying to get it over to Ian. Trying to get it over. Eli over. Intercepted. Aiden out for Cam. Aiden's able to get it into the zone. Gets cleared out again. Aiden with a nice little poke check. Able to get possession. This Hyland Hills dad is starting to annoy me. And offside call. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he has big feelings. All right, coming out, we got Brock, Fergie, Merrick, keeping out Aiden and Milo. Merrick with the face-off, and the face-off win, drops it back to Aiden. Aiden sending it up, gets it over to Fergie. Hyland Hills does enough chaos that they're able to take possession. It comes back in, trying to make a shot. Nice work on Brock's part, able to get his stick on that stick, so it wasn't even a real goal. Puck goes into the board, or into the bench again. I think they lost the puck. No, they found it. Okay. All right, Hyland Hills has possession, takes it around. Coming, goes back behind the net, trying to make a pass in front. Stopped by Petey, trying to clear it out. Merrick up against the boards, trying to get Aiden. All right, with the puck, gets it over to Fergie. Fergie holds onto it, clears it out. Poke check by Hyland Hills, they're able to get it. Aiden still does the same thing, trying to get it into the zone. Drops back to Milo. Milo with a pass. Into the zone. Brock chasing after it. Puck is cleared out. Hayden out on D. Nice step up from Milo to be able to interrupt that little attempt at a shot. Riker's out with Grayson. Puck goes in. And I think it hit a kid on the walkway. Hopefully he's okay. All right, trying to see who's coming out. We have Riker, Grayson, Dean, Parker, and Hayden. 11:29 left in the second. Hyland Hills with possession. Hayden and Parker trying to push to the side. Shot that goes high and wide. Up to the D. Step by Grayson. Able to... How is that not elbowing? Parker's able to clear it out. Picked up by Grayson. Pushed to the side by Hyland Hills. Shot towards Dean, or a pass towards Dean. Dean with a attempted a shot. Cleared out. Hayden with a nice clear out from the breakaway. Back over to Parker. Parker trying to dump it in, gets it over to Riker. Riker jumps it in. Hyland Hills has possession. Cleared out past the blue line. Picked up by Shot. Save Petey. Gets it up to Riker. Riker dumps it in. Racing and following through. Back over. Colton's coming out with Merrick. Shot! Oh, goes up and high. Ian's out as well with Eli. Cam holds on to it. Cam trying to make a shot. Goes, I don't know where it went, but it is over here. Hyland Hills clears it. Cam puts a stick on it, so it's not going to be icing. Cam picks it up. And he's going to go for it. Cam dumps it in. Stopped by Hyland Hills from it being a real true shot. They clear it out. Icing. That was beautiful work there, boys. A lot of hustle. 9:55 left in the second period. Coming on down on this side, we've got Ian, Eli, J-Ray, Colton, and Cam. J-Ray with face-off. Face-off win. Eli back to Cam. Cam with a shot! Oh! Off to the left side of the goal. Ian chasing after it. Drops back up. Colton picks it up. Jumps it back in. Hyland Hills picks it back up. pops out of the zone. Colton holds on to it. Drop pass back to Ian. Ian with a chip pass up to Eli. Eli gets it into the zone. Highland Hills picks it back up. J-Ray with some nice pressure. Back up here to the corner with Colton. Ian comes in to help him out. Highland Hills breaks away. Kim does a great step up! Woo! Cleared out by Eli. Back over to Cam. Cam dumping it in. And we have icing. All right, out comes Fergie. Floria Davis, Merrick, and Brock. I have to do it because Aiden and Hayden are hard to say together. You try it when you're talking fast. Merrick with the face-off. Kind of a stalemate on that face-off win. Pops out of the zone. Highland Hills does a reset and offside call. And we're gonna do a center ice face-off. Merrick with it. And a beautiful face-off win over to Fergie. Fergie drops it back to Aiden. Gets intercepted by Highland Hills. Back up to Brock. Brock trying to clear it out. Highland Hill has it. Oh yeah, they're the Jaguars. I could call them that. Merrick coming in. He's able to put pressure and keeps them off to the side. They come back behind. Trying to make in front pass. Back to their D with a shot. Goal. Oh yeah, shot and save. Too close to Aiden's goalie. He doesn't like it. All right, we got Dean, Grayson, Riker, Parker, and Milo coming out. Riker with a face-off win, drops it back over to Parker. Parker sends it up the boards, trying to clear it out, gets it over to Grayson. Picked off by Highland Hills. They're coming around. They deke around. Poke check by, I think it was Dean that did that poke check. Pushed it back to the side. Milo chasing after it on the far side into the corner. Loses an edge, but gets it over to Riker instead. Riker's coming in. Riker gets pushed off to the side. Riker's still not giving up. Shot! Shot! Goal! Goal, goal, goal! Riker! Back to Cam. Cam over to Colton. Colton holding on to it. He's going to drive up, dumps it into the zone. Eli chasing after it. Highland Hills does a reset, comes back to neutral territory, sends it in to the zone. Cam chasing after it. Decides not to tangle with that really big kid. Cam and Eli are battling. We've got Colton, J-Ray, Ian. J-Ray has it. J-Ray's coming in. J-Ray gets pushed off to the side. Ian's with him. J-Ray with it. J-Ray with a shot. Save. Dang it. We have 2 goals? Okay. They fixed it. We only have 1 goal. I was confused. I thought, did I miss a whole goal? J-Ray with face-off again. Highland Hills has it. Colton's able to keep it in. Colton with a shot. Bounce! Oh! Cleared out. Coming back up to the point. Cleared out. Ian is chasing after it. Waving off icing. Ian grabs it, sends it around the corner, gets it up to Cam. Highland Hills pokes it around, sends it back behind the net. Oh. Trying to clear it out. Shot towards Braden, hits the post. Cleared back up, their D grabs it. Tries to make a shot. J-Ray with it, trying to clear it out. Back to Ian. Ian chips it up the boards to Eli. Eli with it. Eli dekes around. Eli with a shot. All gets deflected by their D. They clear it out. Cam's going back for it. Battling. I don't know, some battle up against the boards. Highland Hills doesn't let it clear. They try to make a shot and deflect it down. Goes wide. Picked up by Brock. Brock with a pass trying to get it over to Fergie, gets intercepted. Fergie coming in. Fergie deflects back to Brock. Brock with a shot. Oh, gets knocked high. Back to Colton. Colton with a shot. In comes Brock. Back over to Fergie. Sent up. Oh. Aiden's out. Gets cleared out. Poke check by Colton. Shot towards Braden. Braden saves it. 5:56 left in the second. Merrick with face off. Goes to the far corner. Aiden with some nice pressure. Gets it back up to the point. Shot towards Braden that goes back behind the net. Fergie picks it up. Flips it out. Oh, it doesn't get all the way out. Back to Fergie, back to Merrick. Picked up by Highland Hills. Doesn't get all the way out. Shot saved by Braden or Petey. Puck in front. Stop. Saved by Petey. Woo! And they fall on top of our goalie. All right, Brock, Fergie, Merrick. Gonna stay out with Aiden and Hayden. Florian Davis. Merrick with face off. Trying to get it out. Jags keep it in. Back to Hayden. Hayden trying to clear it out. Nice hit from trying to make a shot. Dig around. Petey shuts him down. Gets cleared out. Picked up by Merrick. Poke check by Highland Hills. It's just very messy. That's all right. They have possession, but Hayden is able to pick it up. Holds on to it, reverses back, drops it over to Aiden, who drops it to Merrick. Cleared out. Riker's out. Highland Hills brings it back in. Riker with some nice pressure, poking. Holds on to it, gets it up to Fergie. Oh, Fergie gets interrupted from his breakaway. Grayson's out now. Dropped it. Riker with it with a shot. Popped up, back out. Riker with another shot. And save. Whew. All right, Dean's coming out now with Grayson and Riker. Oh no, we have another face mask incident. I don't know if you guys remember the game down at World Arena against the Tigers, where Dean and another kid had their face masks connected. Just happened to G. That's all right. All right, we got Parker and Milo out on D. Riker with a face-off one, gets it over to Dean. Drops it back to Parker. Parker keeps it in, gets it over to Riker. Riker trying to make a shot, gets in. Someone's skates gets in the way. Sending it around. G going to pick it up against the boards. Milo's able to keep it in. Oh no, popped out. Picked up by the Jags. They dump it down deep into our zone. Sending it around the boards. Parker's going to pick it up. Dean's helping him out. Shot towards Petey. Another shot, but interrupted by Riker. Riker has it. Sends it around. Trying to clear it out. Parker with a pass over to Dean. Cleared Parker. Or Dean did Grayson. Grayson! Goal! 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 Beautiful! Love it! Love it! Love it! Way to go, G! Goes off to the side, picked up again by J-Ray. J-Ray drops it to Eli. Eli gets poke checked. Another poke check by J-Ray. In comes Highland Hills. Step up by Cam. Back over to J-Ray. Drops it back. Another step up by Cam. Back over to Eli. Highland Hills drops it in. Cleared out. Are we going to have icing? No, they're waving it off. Cleared out. They're not waving that one. Oh, they are. I don't know why my kid was just lollygagging there. Shot saved by Petey. We're not blowing the whistle? Thank you. The refs aren't really keen to blow the whistle, I guess. They didn't want to blow the whistle on the icing. Full line change. So we got Floria and Davis. Brock, Merrick, Fergie. Merrick with a face-off. And the face-off win dropped back to Hayden. Hayden trying to clear it out, stopped by Hyland Hills. Merrick is able to push it off to the side. Goes back behind, sending it up the boards. Brock with a nice hit. Hyland Hills still trying, making a shot. Deflected by Brock. Back to Merrick. Poke check by Fergie. Fergie's able to dump it in, trying to keep it in. Not sure where the puck is. There we go. Icing. 2:13 left in the second. Merrick with face off again. Stalemate, but Hyland Hills pops it out. Aiden keeps it in, sending it down the boards, picked up by Merrick. Merrick sending it back behind the net. Cleared out. Are we gonna have icing? Yep, we are. All right, coming out. We've got Dean, Grace, and Riker again. Milo and Parker. Riker with a face-off. Hyland Hills with a face-off. Win goes back behind the net. Comes around. Poke check by Milo. Back to Dean. Puck comes in. Riker coming in. G coming in. G has it, trying to get it over to Dean. It's a whole mess. Dean has it, trying to make it the shot. Back to Riker. Riker, the shot! Goal! Goal, 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 goal! There we go! Off win because it got caught in the ref's feet, but J. Ray picks it up, comes around. He's got Eli's shot that goes to the left of the goal, sends up the boards. Parker and Ian able to keep it in. Back to Parker. Parker holding on to it. Parker with a shot, gets deflected to the side. Shot! Oh my gosh! J. Ray was right there. J. Ray with another shot, goes off to the side, comes around to the near side boards. Eli battling with it. In comes Ian. Ian back over to Eli. Eli gets kind of swiped around. Parker stepping up. Ian coming in to help him out. Love that kid. Back to Ian. Back over to J. Ray. Poke checked by Hyland Hills. Milo has it. Milo coming in. Milo gets, oh my God! How is that not head contact? Hyland Hills is getting very angry. Ian with a nice poke check. Ian with it. Ian with it. Back over to Brock. Brock gets elbowed in the head. Comes around the boards. Brock and Fergie coming in to help out Ian. Up to Milo. Milo has it. Milo with a shot. And that's the end of the second. Whew. Okay, we'll be back in a minute. All right, run of the third period. Cam Colton, Fergie, Merrick, Brock. are hyped. Merrick with the face-off. He's ready. He's got it. Face-off win by Merrick. Drops it back over to Colton. Colton makes a pass up to Fergie. Goes a little bit beyond. And we have icing. Dang it.
Yeah, we had a neighbor across the street on this end. Come up to the park to play. He's 10 years younger and outskate us.
Merrick has it, gets it over to Fergie. Picked up by Hyland Hills, back behind, trying to make a shot. Goal. Poke check by Dean, gets it up against the boards, back to Hyland Hills. Her number 95 is their best player, but a nice interruption by Hayden. Back up to Riker. Riker dumps it in. Dean going into the corner with it. Pops it out behind the net. Grayson's there with some pressure. Back to Dean, up to Hyland Hills. Hyland Hills clears it out. Poke check by Hayden, able to get it over to Riker. Riker trying to make the pass over to Grayson. A little bit of a deflection there by Hyland Hills, so it doesn't make a connection. J-Ray's out now. J-Ray with the puck. Gets kind of tripped up. Back over to Hyland Hills. Milo's out. Enough pressure from Eli and J-Ray that he couldn't get the shot off. Back over to J-Ray. J-Ray clearing it out. A little bit of a reset here in center ice. Milo with the puck. Milo trying to get it, poke check, but he gets recovered, dumps it into the zone. Goes back behind Hyland Hills net. Back up against the boards. Ian coming in with a poke check. Back over to Eli. Still up against... Sorry, I lost track of what I was saying. J-Ray with a beautiful stick lift, able to get interruption so that they can't get away with coming, walking in. Milo with the puck, drops it back, Braden takes it, covers it. Too much pressure. That kid decides to, I don't know what he was doing to Ian, but that was a little weird. All right, we got Cameron Parker, Fergie, Merrick, Brock. Merrick with the face-off. Parker with some pressure. Up against the boards with Eli. It wasn't Eli. It was Parker he was up against. Merrick with the puck. Poke check. Able to get it deep into the territory. Back by Hyland's net. Cam chipping it in, trying to keep it in. Poke check. They deke around him. Merrick's there to help him out. Merrick picks it up, sends it up the boards. Sends it back to Parker. Parker sending it up, gets it to Fergie. Fergie chips it up the boards. Hyland Hills gets it center ice. They dump it in again. Parker picks it up behind the net. Trying to clear it out. Hyland Hills keeps it. Poke check by Parker. Back over. Shot towards the net. Goes high into the right. Back over to Dean. Cleared out. Picked up by Hyland Hills. Shot. Push off to the side. Riker and Grayson are out now. Don't screen the goalie. And we have high stick. Is that what he said? Oh no, but we got a power play. Let's see what he's giving it back to Colton. Colton with it. Colton holding on to it. Colton coming in. Pass over to Milo. Milo holding on to it. Milo coming in. Making a shot towards. Cleared off to the side. Picked up. Back over to Colton. Colton back over to Grayson. No, Dean. Shot. Riker. Oh, goes to the side. Back to Grayson. But Riker coming around. Holding on to his stick. Not sure what's going on. sorry, you guys don't want to see the fans. Off to the goalie's left. Back to Riker. Riker with face-off, went back to Milo. Milo holding on to it, trying to make a shot. Gets poke checked and cleared out. Colton coming out. Nice pressure from Milo. Pushed off to the side by Petey, trying to clear it out. Offside call. Whew. All right, out comes Cam and Aiden on D, giving Colton and Milo a much-needed break. We have a minute 20 left. We're doing a full line change. Merrick, Brock, and Fergie coming out as well. Merrick with face-off. Merrick with face-off. Wynn drops it back. Hyland Hills has a shot on Braden. He's able to clear it. Drop back over to Merrick. Merrick dekes around. Dumps it deep into Hyland Hills territory. Nice poke checking going on. Shot. Save. 9:31. 56 seconds left in our power play. Merrick with face-off again. Gets it over to Brock. Up against the boards. Aiden steps in. Merrick keeps it in. Still back over, picked up by Brock. Brock trying to get it over to Fergie, gets intercepted. Dumped down, we have icing. All right, Dean's coming out with Riker and Grayson. Riker with face-off. Back over to Aiden. See, this is why it's... Dean with a shot! Deflected. Pushed off to the side by Grayson. Back to Aiden. Aiden holding on to it with a shot. Save. Dang it. 27 seconds left in our power play. Kind of a stalemate on that face-off. Ref got in the way, but G has it, gets it over to Aiden. Aiden holding on to it, dumping it in. Picked up by Dean. Dean dropping it back to Cam. Cam with it. Cam tries to make a shot, gets deflected. Aiden keeps it in, back over to Riker. Riker making it over to Grayson. Back to Riker with a shot. Loose to Cam. Cam holds on to it, comes around. Back to Aiden, back to Cam. Cam sending it around the boards. They're back to full strength. I can't turn that off on the scoreboard thing, so bear with me. Breakaway. Aiden's coming. Offside. Oh, high stick. It's J-Ray. Not sure what happened, but the goalie literally jumped in the air to try and save that. He did. We're going to redo that face-off. Ian with the puck, trying to make a shot, gets deflected by Hyland Hills, up against the boards again. Back to J-Ray, popping it out. Colton has it, chips it up the boards, trying to get it into the territory. Sorry, Ian with the puck, Ian with a pass over to Eli. Eli holding on to it, offside call. J-Ray with the face-off again. Face-off win to Eli. Eli dumps it into the zone. Hyland Hills chasing after it. Hyland Hills clearing it out, but gets it to Hayden. Hayden sends it up to Colton. Colton dumping it into the zone. J-Ray able to keep it in. Nope, pops out. Ian battling. Ian with stick lift able to get it. Still up against the boards. Gets it into the zone. Ian chipping it up the boards. Out comes Brock. Oh man, Ian sideswiped there. Kind of a mess. But Colton holds on to it. Colton with it. Colton making a shot. Save. All right, Fergie and Merrick are coming out. Milo's coming out with Parker. Merrick with a face-off win gets it into the corner. Hyland Hills picks it up, sends it up around the boards. Hyland Hills clears it out, picked up by Fergie. Fergie drops it back to Parker. Parker sends it up, gets intercepted to Merrick. Brock jumps it in. Goalie decides to cover it. Hyland Hills with possession, bringing it out of the zone, but picked up by Parker. Parker's coming in, dumps it in. Brock chasing after it. Goalie picks it up, sends it up the boards. Merrick has it, sending it towards the net. Intercepted by Hyland Hills. They send it out, cleared, but Parker's there, picks it up. Parker holds on to it, double deep back around. Between some legs, Hyland Hills has it, step up by Milo. Shot, saved by Petey. Cleared out. Parker's going in the box. We're going on a penalty kill. 6:14 left in the third. There's Dave Petey! Redo to Petey's right. Picked up by Hyland Hills. Shot towards Petey, and he's going to cover it. Riker with it, gets it back to Hayden. Hayden trying to clear it out. Picked up by Hyland Hills D. They send it around the boards back behind the net. Picked up, sent it back behind the boards. Wrapping around. Pressure from Rebels makes it so they're not able to get a full stick on the puck. Grayson's out with these two. Gets it back to Aiden. Aiden flips it up. Clears it out. Riker coming in. Back over to Hyland Hills. Grayson puts some nice pressure back to Hyland Hills. They deke around. Shot off to the side. Petey grabs it and holds it. Keep up the pressure. All right, we got Colton and Milo, J-Ray and Merrick. 1:06 left in our penalty kill. 5:20 left in the third period. Puck goes back to their D. They dump it around the boards. Milo picks it up, flips it back behind. Hyland Hills has it. Cleared out by Milo. Oh! J-Ray with a breakaway! J-Ray's got it! Goal! Goal, 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 J-Ray! Woo! Back to Merrick, back to J-Ray. J-Ray has it. Merrick's going in front. Hyland Hills picks it up. They send it out. Milo keeps it in, chips it up the boards, keeps it back in, sends it down. They take it back behind their net. Dean's coming out for J-Ray. Hyland Hills pushes it off to the side. Merrick coming in with some nice pressure. Back to Dean. Dean clears it out. We have 18 seconds left in our penalty kill. Eli is out with Hayden. Hayden with pass over to Colton. Colton holds on to it, chips it up the boards. Eli is able to put some pressure on it, gets it back over. Colton with a pass over to Hayden. Hayden sends it up to Dean. Out comes Ian. We're back to full strength. We'll be back. We're back. We've got Colton and Hayden on D, J-Ray, Ian, and Eli with them on our forwards. J-Ray with the face-off. Face-off win. Drops back. Poke check. Eli has it up against the boards. Loses a stick. That's all right. J-Ray with the puck again. J-Ray making a shot towards the goalie. Goalie pushes it off back behind the net. Hyland Hill's trying to surf it up the boards. Pops out. J-Ray kicking it so that he can keep possession. J-Ray with it, trying to get it up to Ian. Ian has it. Ian sending it up to Colton. Colton trying to keep it in. He keeps it in. Back to J-Ray. J-Ray sending it down. Eli coming in. Back to Ian. Ian keeps it in the zone. Ian gets pushed off the puck. Back to J-Ray up against the boards. Back to Aiden. Aiden dumps it into the zone. Picked up by Hyland Hills. Comes around Ian. Shot. Braden saves it. Takes it back behind the net with Eli. Eli holds on to it, doesn't stop. Eli dumping it. And empty net shot. Oh! Just to the side. All right, Merrick's out with Parker. They have an empty net. They're able to keep a hold of it in the neutral zone. Cleared out. Parker with a nice deflection. Aiden trying to clear it out. They get right in front of it. Shot in front of the net. Back to their D. D with a shot. Save. Still loose. Cleared out. Up to Fergie. Fergie with a shot. Empty net goal! Woohoo! Milo and Aiden. Merrick with a face-off win, gets it over to Fergie, gets poke checked. Aiden with a nice poke check himself, shot towards the goal, pushed off to the side. Poke check by Aiden, he's able to get it. Brock helps him out, takes it back behind the net. Some pressure, 1:55 left. Shot towards, cleared, or saved. Aiden chips it up the boards, goes back behind the net, picked up by Hyland Hills, back to Fergie. Goes off the skate, shot towards Braden, but he pushes it off to the side, back over to Merrick. Merrick up the boards, up to Brock. Brock has it, pass up to Fergie. Oh, Fergie gets it in, offside call. Weird. All right, we got Grayson, Riker, Dean, Colton, Hayden.
Going home.
Hyland Hills comes in, poke check by Riker, gets it up to Dean. Dean trying to clear it out. Drops it back to Colton. Colton trying to flip it out. Unable to. They make a pass. Riker's able to clear it, gets sent down. Grayson chasing after it. Hyland Hills sends it around the boards. Minute left in the game. Back to Riker. Back to Dean. Dean trying to get it to Riker. Pushed off by their goalie. G picks it up in the corner. Sends it back to Hayden. We're going on a power play. J-Ray, Ian, and Eli are coming out. Oh no, it's a 4-on-4. Or 5-on-5, sorry. They're canceling each other up. Roughing. 32 seconds left in the game. Puck goes back to Hayden. Hayden making a shot, gets deflected by a player. Sending up the boards back over to Hayden. Back to Ian. Ian trying to get it to J-Ray. Highland Hills has it, clears it out. Eli putting some pressure on. Eli and Ian up against the boards. J-Ray waiting for the puck to pop out. A little bit of a stalemate, so the ref is blowing the whistle. 7 seconds left. I don't know what this guy is saying. All right, Ian is able to get it out. 2-1 shot. Woo! We win! All right. So that means we're playing on Sunday. I think it's at 10:45. I'll make sure to put it on the Facebook for you guys.
Yeah, PD!
All right, final score 5-1.